Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi. Let's take you to this big story that is just breaking a day after Supreme Court set 3 accused free in the 2012 case of rape and murder of a 19-year-old, overturning their death sentence. The family has sought police protection from Delhi police, alleging the accused have threatened them in court several times. The police say they are currently doing a threat assessment. 3 men were sentenced to death for rape, torture and killing of a 19-year-old woman in 2012, and they were freed by the Supreme Court just on Monday. The prosecution failed to prove their case against the men, the Supreme Court had said, giving them the benefit of doubt. The 3, Ravi Kumar, Rahul and Vinod, were held guilty and sentenced to death by the trial court in 2014. The Delhi High Court upheld the death sentence, likening the men to predators trolling the streets, hunting for prey. But the Supreme Court bench led by Chief Justice UU Lalit said this prosecution failed to prove the charges against the 3 men beyond reasonable doubt, and the court acted like a passive umpire while convicting them. We'll of course keep bringing you the latest on this appeal from the 19-year-old's family, saying that they have been threatened several times in court by the accused. Police assessing the situation. And India to host G20, Prime Minister has unveiled the logo and theme. India will boost the Gandhian solutions against war. In a first, India is set to take over the G20 Presidency.
India, home to 1.3 billion people, is a confluence of religions, traditions and customs. A thriving
इस लोगो में कमल का फूल, भारत की पौराणिक धरोहर, हमारी आस्था, हमारी बौद्धिकता, इन सबको एक साथ चित्रित कर रहा है. हमारे यहां अद्वैत का चिंतन जीव मात्र में एकत्व का दर्शन रहा है. ये दर्शन आज के वैश्विक द्वंद्वों और दुविधाओं के समाधान का माध्यम बने. इस लोगो और थीम के जरिए हमने ये संदेश दिया है, युद्ध से मुक्ति के लिए बुद्ध के जो संदेश है, हिंसा के प्रतिरोध में महात्मा गांधी के जो समाधान है, G20 के जरिए भारत उनकी वैश्विक प्रतिष्ठा को नई ऊर्जा दे रहा है.
And in Russia, External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar reiterated India-Russia bhai bhai. Of course, he has confirmed that Ukraine was dominant feature of all the talks with his Russian counterpart. But he even said that this is not an era of war and want to keep relationship strong and steady. These are the details.
Obviously, the Ukraine conflict was a dominant feature, although we will continue to have discussions on it. Let me take this opportunity to lay out the Indian position on this matter. As Prime Minister Modi conveyed to President Putin in Samarkand in September, this is not an era of war. We are seeing growing concerns on energy and food security emanate from the conflict that are coming on top of severe stresses created by 2 years of COVID. The global south especially is feeling this pain very acutely.
The Ukraine war was a dominant part of their talks, as the Indian Foreign Minister said. But both he and his Russian counterpart were clear that they are meeting to strengthen ties.
Any objective evaluation of our relationship over many decades would confirm that it has actually served both our countries very, very well. So if it has served my country very, very well for many decades, I think you can see the obvious interest and commitment I would have in keeping that relationship strong and steady. I mean, first of all, there is a stress on the energy markets. Okay, this is a stress which has been created by a combination of factors. But as today the world's third largest consumer of oil and gas, a consumer where the levels of income are not very high, it is our fundamental obligation to ensure that the Indian consumer has the best possible access on the most advantageous terms to international markets. And in that respect, quite honestly, we have seen that the India-Russia relationship has worked to advantage. So if it works to my advantage, I would like to keep that going.
India's imports of Russian oil has gone up drastically this year after the Ukraine war, from less than 2% of total imports in March to 22% in October, as per data from an energy cargo tracker. Sergei Lavrov stressed the need for regular exchanges to ensure that despite the changing global scenario, the relationship stays steadfast.
Я проинформировал господина министра о ходе специальной военной операции, направленной на достижение тех задач, которые были поставлены президентом России в его выступлении 23 февраля этого года. И, конечно же, мы обсудили ту ситуацию, которая сейчас складывается вокруг попыток наших западных коллег под предлогом украинских событий укрепить и свою доминирующую роль в мировых делах и не позволить демократизации международных отношений произойти.
Apart from the meetings at the ministerial level, Prime Minister Modi held a bilateral meeting with President Vladimir Putin in Samarkand in September, where he reiterated India's message that this was not the era of war, while emphasizing the unshakable relationship with Moscow. With Maha Siddiqui, Bureau Report, NDTV.
And in Karnataka, Defiant Congress leader Jarkiholi refuses to apologize. Nothing wrong in saying Hindu word has a dirty meaning. Congress has distanced itself from this statement, but is now, of course, caught in a row. Chief Minister of Karnataka and the BJP has launched an attack on Congress's mentality.
ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಅಲ್ಲ MLA ಸ್ಥಾನ ಕೂಡ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವರು ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಶಬ್ದ ಬಂದದ್ದು ನೂರಾರು ದಾಖಲೆಗಳಿದೆ.
Unapologetic and challenging, Congress's working president Satish Jarkiholi standing his ground, defending his statement that the meaning of the word Hindu is vulgar. Satish Jarkiholi remained defiant despite leaders from his party distancing themselves from the remark.
Satish Jarkiholi's statement is purely his own statement. Congress party will not agree it. We condemn it. Our party is a party with a lot of history, culture, multi-language, multi-religion. We have formed out of it. We don't want to hurt anyone's sentiment. So we have asked the explanation from him.
Chief Minister Basraj Bommai and BJP Parliamentary Board member and former Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa have demanded an apology from the Congress and Satish Jarkiholi, questioning Rahul Gandhi's silence.
ಅವರು ಹಿಂದೂ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಅಂದ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೊಲಸು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅವರ ಚಿಂತನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಲಸಿದೆ, ಅವರ ಯೋಚನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಲಸಿದೆ.
ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಪಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಖಂಡನೀಯ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು ಇದನ್ನು ಖಂಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಲದು. ಅವರು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನರ ಕ್ಷಮಾಪಣೆಯನ್ನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹಗುರವಾಗಿ ಮಾತನಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ತಾನೊಬ್ಬ ದೊಡ್ಡವನಾಗ್ತೇನೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭ್ರಮೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಈಗಲಾದರೂ ಗೌರವದಿಂದ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಪಮಾನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಆಡಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ.
Satish Jarkiholi's statements have dented the Congress. In fact, he remains defiant and has also demanded his statements be scrutinized. Now, his statements have caused a huge embarrassment to the party at a time when the state is going to polls in 2023. Will the Congress remove him as the Congress working president as a damage control? In Bengaluru, with Kumar, Srija for NDTV.
And in Kerala, it's a major chief minister versus governor with Arif Mohammed Khan and Pinarayi Vijayan government both taking on each other. The media also now holding protests, objecting to certain statements by the governor. However, it's not just Kerala. Tamil Nadu, Telangana, everywhere it seems to be also a governor versus the chief minister. What is interesting is that the ruling parties are not just taking on the governor in their own states, but also looking to consolidate support across parties and states.
Three southern states, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Telangana, are seeing a running feud between the governor and the ruling party that is now threatening to spill onto the streets and the courts. Today, journalists in Kerala went on a rally to Raj Bhavan after Governor Arif Mohammed Khan had asked a couple of them to leave, alleging they represent hostile political interests.
My request is please go away from here. I won't talk to anybody from Kerala. If any camera is there, I will walk away.
All the political parties other than BJP have come rallied together to support the protest march taken out by the media, the workers, journalists to Raj Bhavan. The provocation has been that yesterday the governor misbehaved with the journalists. That would be the most decent way to describe the event that happened.
A week from now, the ruling CPIM is planning a massive protest rally to Raj Bhavan, at which leaders from the DMK are also expected.
Always he is taking such an action, which he doesn't have the authority under the Constitution of India. I don't know why this person, this governor, is doing these unconstitutional things for a long time. So the government of India or the President of India has to take some action against him.
In Telangana, Governor Tamilisai had summoned the Education Minister to explain the University Common Recruitment Board Bill, one of the two bills pending with her. Tamilisai has alleged that the state government had violated protocol and has been disrespectful, while the ruling party has accused her of acting like a puppet of the centre. But it is not only the TRS. Even the DMK has attacked Tamilisai Soundararajan for what they call poking in the nose in the neighbouring states' politics, when she remarked that the top political family in Tamil Nadu has Telugu roots.
How we conducted the operations?
West Bengal governor, earlier Karnataka governor, Kerala governor, Tamil Nadu governor, and earlier the Maharashtra's governor. See, we look at as though there are only issues with the non-BJP ruled states. Now the governors in Karnataka and Maharashtra have gone silent because now it is ruled by the BJP.
Earlier this month, the DMK had written to the president asking for the recall of Governor R.N. Ravi, alleging that he is unfit to be governor because of his comments and action that the DMK says are unconstitutional. Governors are sent to spending for as many as 20 bills in Tamil Nadu, 8 in Telangana and 2 in Kerala. And non-BJP political parties across party lines and across states seem to be gearing up to fight political, legal and constitutional battles on the role and powers of the governors in the states. With Sam Daniel in Chennai and Srija from Thiruvananthapuram, Uma Sudhir in Hyderabad for NDTV.
Recruitment of women under Agniveer scheme has started across the country. The first recruitment of women Agniveer in the army started in Ambala city of Haryana. More than 800 women from Punjab, Haryana, Himachal are participating in it. While these girls practiced hard to join the army, they also had to face some tough situations too. Watch Ravi Ranjan Shukla's ground report on how women Agniveers are being recruited in Ambala.
These young women from Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Delhi hope to be the first batch of women to be inducted into the army under the new Agnipath scheme. They will serve for 5 years before leaving the force with a new set of skills they hope will get them job elsewhere. Today, 800 women were present here at the Ambala cantonment. Those who succeed will join the corps of military police and will have a non-combat role. It's not easy qualifying in these tests. After running, the candidates are tested on their skills in jumping, and then there is a strict physical examination.
हम सुबह 4 बजे उठते थे, अपना आधा घंटा अपना फ्रेश वगैरह होके हम जाते थे रनिंग के लिए। ट्रैक तो था नहीं था सर, हमने सड़क पे ही तैयारी की अपने। सर ऐसे बंदे भी मिलते हैं, काफ़ी ऐसे भी हैं जो हमें मोटिवेट करते और ऐसे भी हैं हंसने वाले भी हैं, लेकिन मेरी फैमिली काफ़ी अच्छी थी। अच्छा, उन्होंने बहुत मोटिवेट किया, बेटा अच्छा करोगे, करो ये करो वो करो, मतलब किसी की मत सुनो, जो आपका मन करता है वो करो।
मेरा एम मेन ये था कि आई वांट टू डिवोट फॉर इंडियन आर्मी, वेदर इट इज 4 days, 4 years और लाइफ टाइम। दैट डजंट मीन इट इज अग्निवीर और सिंपल इंडियन आर्मी भर्ती।
शेड्यूल तो ये था कि काफ़ी प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ती है, गांव से बिलोंग करते हैं तो स्टेडियम वगैरह में इतना जा नहीं पाते हैं, तो वही रोड या फिर जैसे नहर वगैरह होते हैं उन्हीं पे करना पड़ता है। लेकिन ये था कि फैमिली में सबका सपोर्ट अच्छा था। वही है कि टांगे खींचने वाले भी मिलते हैं, रोकने वाले भी मिलते हैं कि क्या ही करेगी, लड़की है आर्मी में जाके क्या करेगी, कोई और जॉब कर, लेकिन वही अपना एक एम होता है।
The process of recruiting women Agniveer into the army is going on at 10 different places across the country. The Air Force and the Navy have their own schedule.
जहां तक 2022-23 की रिक्रूटमेंट रैली का सवाल है, तो अभी आप यहां पे हैं। ये रैली 7 नवंबर को शुरू हुई और ये कल तक चलेगी। इसके लिए हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन किया था 9 अगस्त से लेकर 7 सितंबर तक, और काफ़ी तादाद में बच्चों ने इसके लिए अप्लाई किया। अभी तक जितने भी बच्चे यहाँ पे दौड़ने आए हैं उनकी परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छी देखी गई है।
Bureau Report, NDTV.
More than 42 million Americans have cast early ballots ahead of midterm elections, surpassing the numbers from 2018 according to the US Election Project. Americans will vote to elect 435 members of the House of Representatives, 1/3 of the Senate, and a host of state and local posts.
In order to make our country successful, safe, and glorious, I will probably have to do it again, but stay tuned.
On Tuesday, voting ends for 435 seats in the House, 35 of the Senate's 100 and 36 governor posts. The US president has pitched this as a battle for the future of democracy, with former President Obama also calling out the young and progressive voters given the stakes for the Democrats.
Democracy is literally on the ballot. I've been making this case since I ran.
A lot of folks don't pay attention to politics the way they do in a presidential year. Maybe they don't think that Congress matters as much. Maybe they don't think their vote will matter as much. Younger people especially are less likely to vote in midterms, and that hurts Democrats because younger people trend in a more progressive direction.
A critical midterm election is about to decide the future of the working of the Biden administration over the next 2 years. The House, Senate and governorship seats have been hotly contested, as even a slight change could give the Republicans deciding power in the Congress.
The trends are expected as early as Wednesday morning, India time, but results for some close contests could take longer to emerge. Bureau Report, NDTV.